Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Rosario and I'm a nursing major. I was in ethics from the margins. So for my service learning, I worked with next generation scholars and it has deeply shaped the way that I understand educational inequities, especially through the lens of the theories that we learned in class. So one quote that guided me throughout my experience was from Bell Hooks. Bell Hooks described the margin as a space of radical openness. So in my time at NGS, I saw exactly what she meant. And the students that I worked with, many of these students are first generation and come from low income immigrant families, speaking from the margins with incredible amount of insight and strength and creativity. And their stories offered me different perspectives and how that helped me reframe how I understood education and justice and opportunity. Before working with NGS, I had some awareness of an educational inequities, but I didn't yet understand how deeply structural oppression shapes students' learning conditions. For example, I worked as a classroom support at NGS, and hearing students share their personal stories while writing their high school essays definitely changed that perspective of mine. So, one student told me about how her single mother empowered her, and another student told me how books motivated her to change the narrative about women in positions of powers, and another wants to pursue computer science, even though she was aware that it's a male-dominated field. Through these conversations, I realized my own positionality. While I share parts of the immigrant experience, my class privilege meant that I could attend well-resourced schools and had parents who could guide me academically, but many NGS students did not have the same level of support because their families are working multiple jobs and navigating unfamiliar systems. So recognizing this helped me see and understand how structural conditions, not individual choices, shape educational outcomes. So community to me means listening to the voices that are silenced and recognizing that those margins are not lacking, but they're insightful and capable and resilient. And it means solidarity and not charity. So understanding the idea of intersectionality, that race, class, gender, and immigration status overlap to create distinct challenges for students and committing to and addressing those challenges by understanding them and not assuming them. Having the opportunity to work with NGS again taught me how powerful it is to actually listen to people. Saying that the margins is a space of radical openness, I now understand that in my future nursing career, that means entering a patient's life with humility and openness, recognizing that the wisdom that comes from their lived experiences, especially those shaped by inequity, comes from that. Like nursing rooted in this perspective means not just treating their bodies, but also hearing their voices and being advocates for fairness and honoring the knowledge that they bring. Thank you guys.